YouTube, what's up, y'all? What's good with it? It's your boy Big Kizzles up in here again. Back off in here with another one. And you know how I do it? Always. I'm gonna jump straight up, head first into it, straight off the diving board. Hello. Let's go. Alright. I don't feel the need to share a personal story this time, y'all. As a person, I've been really, waiting on my chain to get fixed. Let me just start off with that. Now, let me start off with I love y'all. I really do. Each and every comment that I receive and I read, because I read a lot. I love to read, Don't get took away from the message. I love to read. So I read the comments, and some of those comments really help me. It be days when I'm having the worst times, the worst moments, because they emotions, their energy and emotion, it don't last long. I be having some times. I mean, I'm normal and stuff, so I go through it, and then I just swipe down on my phone and see something that says go through it, push through it, God got you. Man, y'all just don't know. To y'all, those are my heroes. That's more to me than any celebrity could do for me, that we worship. And you sit here and you praise the celebrities, but to the people who changed my life in my downest moments, y'all are my celebrities. I love y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. And to you ones that don't have to make a comment, I'm such a person who was like that before I started making YouTube comments. I'm spiritual enough that I can hear and feel you when you say certain things. Like, man, he right. Or something like, I can feel that. It's energy. I can feel your vibration by you being positive. I can feel that. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. But that's that on that. I just wanted to let y'all know that. I wanted to present an idea to y'all today that I've been thinking about in these last couple of days that I haven't posted. I just been really meditating on it and thinking it. And I think I've thought about it enough to where I want to present it to you all. Now, a lot of people, myself included, growing up through life, we prayed and we asked God for signs, signals. The whole world actually is running off of signals. Signal lights, stop signs, traffic signs, signs, nonverbal signs, come here, let's go, okay, signs. So a lot of us, we pray to God asking for signs. But I want to tell y'all what I've been thinking about the other day. And I think signs could lie to us. That's the problem. Not saying signs are bad, but I believe that depending solely on signs, it leaves you vulnerable, and it can make you seem a certain type of way. And I'm gonna go into detail with that. First of all, why do we like signs? Signs are external. Let's see, you can they feel supernatural. And they sometimes they appear more to your desire than to God's direction, which means, let me give you an example of that. An example of that would be, Lord, if this person calls me back or texts me right back, then that's a sign that that's the one for me. I've been guilty of doing this type of stuff too myself. Lord, if I see 1111 or 222 or 444 again, that means I'm on the right path. If I see 3 TikTok videos, then that means that's the confirmation. Those are signs. The problem with signs is they can be manipulated. The enemy could mimic patterns. The devil is not stupid. The devil is smarter than the person that we think is the smartest person in the world. Physically. There's no match for our God. But I would say in this world, oh yeah, he is, when it comes to evil, he not stupid. He can take your signs and manipulate them. Example, I could come to you and tell you, God told me to tell you this. And you'll be like, oh, that's a sign. Yeah, it is a sign. But which one? What God do I pray to? You don't know what God told me to pray for you. That's control. I can manipulate you because you're looking for a sign. Another example, as far as the relationship, you don't want to be alone, or you want this relationship to work, so you start getting signs from the devil that everything this person does is a confirmation that that's the one. That's the one. Signs are cool, but you want to also know that signs can be duplicated. They can be manipulated. So you don't want to lean solely on signs, signs alone. You know what? Hell, to be honest, I could just ramble up something in my mind and say, oh, that chain broke with your brother on it, it broke in half, which means that was a sign that you're doing something wrong or he disappointed in you. Come on now. Hello. I ain't the only one out here like this. Be careful of the signs. I could have took that sign and ran with it. Sign. But you have to know who you are, and you have to know your spirit in order to fight the signs. You have a spiritual radar. It's like your GPS. Global positioning system is your global positioning spirit. Hello? Come here. Instead of praying for God to send us signs, I believe we need to pray more for spiritual discernment. Pray for discernment. Signs versus discernment. Discernment gets to the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. It pays attention to the fruit. It asks if what happening aligns with God's character. It asks if the spirit feels like it's being manipulated. It asks these internal questions. So signs could be duplicated and manipulated, but discernment, it cannot. It's not trickery. It's a relationship. So instead of saying, we will pray and say, if this person texts me back, then that means that's a sign, that's the one. That's signs. Discernment will be, is this person pulling me closer to God? How does my spirit feel? Does this align with God's character? You start asking your spirit certain things, and that's a whole nother video. I'm going to make another video dedicated to how to improve your spiritual radar when it comes to discernment. We need to, instead of, I believe, asking God and praying for signs, we need to probably rephrase that and ask God for the power to see truth even when it's wrapped in light. Hello? Which means deception It's not ugly. It's not going to come to you in an ugly way. It's going to come attractive, comfortable, familiar. Spiritually, in the Bible, in Scripture says that the devil masquerades around like as an angel of light, which means you're going to be caught off your pivot. You're going to be caught off balance. He going to come to you attractive, like a person you want. The person that you said, if they text, that's the right one. You're going off signs and not discernment. That could not be the right one, you know. And that's why many of us find ourselves in tough situations. When you know signs versus discernments, when you pray more for discernment than signs, this one shift will guide your life, and it will deter you, and you will not be confused a lot. You will not be spiritually misdirected. A lot of people mistake signs from the devil as signs from God. Hello. But you always need to remember, God gives blessings. Yes, our God gives numerous miracles and blessings. Satan gives blessings too. Hello. Satan gives blessings too. Satan manipulates the signs that we rely on solely. God gave us discernment for that and the full armor of God. And I think that it's important that we start asking and praying more, not from signs. I usually go off signs too, you know, but we want to be careful with that. Ask for discernment, the gut feeling when you feel your spirit say, man, I'm going to go, you know, peer pressure, but you don't really want to go. You feel this sudden no in your stomach and all that. So that's discernment. In my next video, I'm going to break down how to improve and pray better to our God for more discernment. And because our signs has been manipulated, it's been hijacked. The problem with relying solely on signs, it can make you emotionally driven. Like, you might not even make a move until you see a sign. That sign might be from Satan. As far as relationships, everything this man do because you want the relationship, you think it's a sign. Satan knows that. So he'll lure you into a person that is really truly Satan himself. The powerful thing about the praying to God for the truth, the eyes to see the truth, even when it's wrapped in light, is to know that deceptive is not, it won't come at you ugly. It'll come at you beautiful, wrapped in light. It's deception. Discernment would be the eyes to see through the mockery, see through the bull, the BS. So that's what I'm on right now. I want y'all to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think on that. And that was just an idea. I'ma still, you know, look for signs. I love seeing 11:11 and 12:22. Every time I see that, I'll remember the universe love me, and I tell God thank you. And I love God. But I don't use it as a sign to know I'm on the right path, though. I just use it as a sign of the universe love me and lets me know that, hey, I'm still here with you. Sorry about the lighting, y'all. I know it gets light and dark and everything, but I'm more focused on the message. We're going to get better with that lighting. Still ain't heard much about my chain yet, but don't y'all playing with me. Hello. I got a substitution. So I'm waiting on my big nod chain to get fixed again. I just wanted to update y'all on that because y'all family and I love you. I'm going to try to shorten my videos up and clip them a little bit until I get that right. I want y'all to stay strong and just know that y'all looking up y'all looking at the face of a person who really feels y'all. Like, I'm going through it too. The thing is, a lot of people think that because they rant and complain and voice their opinions, and they think that they're the ones who really going through it. But to be honest with y'all, people like me and a lot of others I know who hold things in, we are the ones who liable to snap out of it in a minute. And we go through so much, but choose to smile and not spread it amongst other people, our siblings and our friends and our loved ones. But we the ones, I'm telling you, we the ones. That's why they say we one of them ones. I go through so much, but I still smile when I get in front of this camera, because it's not about me, it's about y'all. I can feel y'all energy. And if you going through it, I can feel you. And I'm sending many blessings to my God, the universal God creator, to heal everything you're going through. I love y'all. I really, really deeply, truly love y'all, because when God stripped me from my job and all that, I realized what I got. And right now, y'all all I got. So comment on, tell me how y'all feel, man. For real, for real. I appreciate even every last one of y'all, and I hope this helps someone. I really does. It helps me. But we can talk about it. I love y'all. One.